Hi, Leo. This is your mid-month energy check for April. Whoa, we've already got some cards flipping out for you. Pretty important ones. Okay, Leo. We are calling in your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, and my angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. So they are talking together and telling me what it is that I need to know to let you know for your greatest good and present time. Is going to bring you to your most benevolent outcomes and your greatest good. And this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Well, let's see, Leo, what is going on with you in April? What is going on with you in April here, Leo? Energy check, mid-month. Okay. So the first thing that I'm noticing here is the heart of the situation. And the heart of the situation has the King of Wands and the Eight of Cups reversed. This looks like to me that there is some kind of masculine energy, not gender specific, but action-oriented masculine energy that is super, oh, you know what? I'm hearing high frequency. So this particular person, aside from being really charismatic, aside from being really, I'm also hearing kind of full of himself, which is funny, but charismatic, a good sense of humor, I'm also hearing. This person is not emotionally ready to move forward with whatever the situation is. And I think we're going to get to that in a minute here, Leo. But this person is really dynamic, lots of energy. I would say sexy, and it seems like there's lots of chemistry. And for whatever reason, there is some, I'm not ready to move forward emotionally. So, interestingly though, in your position of releasing this, it's like release the idea that this isn't a love match, that this isn't some kind of, here's the Lover's card and it's reversed. And release the idea that there isn't some kind of connection here. There's just something going on with this person not being able to move forward. And let's get to the bottom of that. Your higher self is talking about some kind of karmic injustice happening. We're going to clarify this, Leo. We're going to go back and we're going to clarify all of these things. So let's just get the layout of the land here first. So there's some kind of karmic injustice that your higher self is talking about, and your angels and guides are talking about, yeah, I know what this is. I've been through this before. I know what this is. It's like, I'm not my first rodeo. It's almost like kind of saying like, this is what they all say, or I bet you say that to all the girls or something like that. So it's like that type of thinking. We do have quite a few major arcana here, Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 major arcana. So this isn't just another one of those times where, I know what's going on here. It's a significant thing, or it's bringing back up significant patterns in your spiral. So let's check this out. So there's resistance to having divine timing, or resistance to having some kind of a fairy tale. And coming from a place of already knowing what the red flags are, I'm already sure. I already know what the red flags are. I've already brought those out onto the table. Okay. And so then your advice is talking about looking at things in a brand new light. Here we have judgment, looking at things in a new light, starting over, reconciliation, healing from the past and being able to move forward into the future without the wounds of the past, being healed, going forward with a healed identity. The big picture is talking about stuff that you're telling yourself. This would be self-speak. This would also be about, I need to learn more about this. I need more information. I need more fodder to think this through. And then happening now and into the near future, here we have an emperor who is reversed. So Leo, this could be you, but this could be the person that you're dealing with as well. So this emperor who's reversed, so the emperor is usually the married emperor. He's also the culmination of all of the kings. This is the masculine energy. He's reversed. So this is him not being sure of himself somehow, not being able to step into his kingdom. And let's look at past, present, and future. So in the past, it looks like there's been some kind of relationship and it's been overturned, or there's been some sort of separation. And in the present, my heart is open, but I've been disappointed. But my heart is open, and I'm also open to looking at what's going on for the future, what's coming, what next. But it does look like there was some kind of, well, I'm hearing betrayal, some hurt, some betrayal, and there's been an overturn of emotional fulfillment. Somebody's heart was very hurt by this. And here's the outcome. The outcome is the Eight of Swords reversed. So this outcome is talking about, I mean, on one hand, we've got this King of Wands here at the heart of the situation, not being able to emotionally move forward. But then we have this other eight, as above, so below, as within, so without. This other eight is indicating being able to see things differently, being able to look at the stories that I told myself before and realize how they're not the same now. They're not the same. The things that I was telling myself, this is for somebody, because I want to say the things that I was telling myself in my 20s is not the same now where I am today. And I want to say this is making me a little bit sad because I have resistance to the fairy tale. I'm quite a believer in the fairy tale. And I know that the fairy tale can happen because we manifest our fate, we manifest our future, we manifest by dreaming our reality into truth. But there's something here that's saying I am seeing how I was magical thinking in the past, or seeing how I saw things with rose-colored glasses in the past, and I'm changing the way I'm seeing things. Ultimately, this is a defense mechanism, and that's not really going to help you manifest in the future. But if you need to grieve a little bit and do it that way, absolutely take the time to do that. It is valid. However, changing your whole thought process so that you're not dreaming or wishing isn't the thing that's ultimately going to help you. I think that you already know that. I feel like this is something that you're going through where you're thinking in a certain way to just pull your strength in. Let's see what's going on. I want to do a little clarification here, Leo, and see what's going on. Dig a little bit deeper into this situation here at your mid-month. So first, I want to dig deeper into this injustice. What is your higher self talking about? What is this injustice that your higher self is wanting you to look at? Yeah, it's like there's this injustice that I have to do this self-healing all by myself. There's injustice that I have to heal by myself. Oh, I totally get that, Leo. It's like it's not always a hug it out situation, and you have to bring resolution to yourself without necessarily having interaction with this other person. But let's see if that is the case and that's what's going on here. Let's look at the Fool. This, your angels and guides talking about this Fool reversed. I've been here before. I know how to take care of myself. There's this defensiveness that I'm feeling. And this is my cross to bear. This is what I am plagued with. This is how my life goes. Like there's a lot of self-speak here, which was the big picture, right, Leo? There's a lot of self-speak here that I'm hearing that isn't helpful, that isn't helping you. And I want to look at your advice. So let's get some clarification on your advice around that. But judgment here is saying, this is your advice. So it's telling you, look forward into the future with bright eyes. Look forward into the future as though you are healed and you can move away from the things that you have healed from. You don't have to continue going backwards. You don't have to continue learning the same lesson over and over. I think the question here is, why do I keep attracting this thing that I know so well? Why do I keep attracting that thing? I want to ask about that, and I'm going to use a different deck even to ask that question. Why am I attracting this cycle again. Okay, here's your star card. This literally is wishes coming true. These are your angels and guides talking to you. This is your highest and your greatest potential. This is a huge challenge to overcome in order to get to your highest and your greatest potential. Because your highest and your greatest potential is not just going back and doing the same cycle over and over again. The cycle itself is the thing that you have to get past. This is not just your cross to bear. The cross to bear is the thing that you have learned that is going to help you get to your highest and your greatest truth. We have to step over that. What is it that needs to be stepped over? What is it that needs to be seen in order for you to move forward, Leo? And here is the King of Pentacles. So it's interesting because your Emperor, you've got this King of Wands, you've got this Emperor happening now and into the near future. And then what is it that you need to move forward and move past in order to get on with it? And here is this King of Pentacles. He is solid, safe, and secure. He knows his mind. He knows his wisdom. He knows what he wants. And he also is the married king. He is reliable, accountable. He tells the truth. This is literally either you getting into that energy, and into that space, or it's you moving into a place where that is what you are attracting in your heart space. I want to ask, what is it that you are attracting in your heart space? Right now, we have the King of Wands, who's this charismatic, wonderful person. Seems like a lot of fun, full of himself is what I heard earlier, but also not being able to emotionally move forward. If this is the kind of thing you're attracting, I want to know why. Why are you continuing to attract that, Leo? And there is an aspect here. I love this card. This is the foundation, building the foundation for this amazing, wonderful thing. There's an aspect of this excitement that you are loving, that you are seeing as this foundation, but there's an aspect of this foundation that you're missing because this is the part that you're needing. So it's marrying these two things together, but there's some kind of thing that you are aware of. Your person is going to have these attributes. You're going to be attracted to them in a really chemical way. They're going to be attracted to you in a really chemical way. I feel like the opposite here is that this person's not emotionally ready to move forward, where this person is all about growing and building something with you. So it's a matter of switching channels. It's a matter of telling the universe what it is that you want. I want both of these things. And you can have both of those things in one person. You just have to tell yourself that, because right now your big picture is all about what you tell yourself, what your speak is, your self-speak. And happening now and into the near future, the way you're doing it by pulling in this person who is not, he's like everything except for this other thing. And the other thing is really important, but this is pulling in that person who's not fully committed, because they're not fully committed to building for themselves. They're not fully committed to building with somebody else. Okay. So I want to continue doing some clarification here. I want to ask about your advice. I want to ask about your advice, clarifying that, Leo. And your advice is talking about the things that you feel shady about, the things that are not clear, the things that are foggy. It's like, look at those foggy things. Oh, and this is your calling card, by the way. And what I'm hearing is the great call. When you listen to the great call, you get the great answer. This is asking for the answers. And I'm very clearly hearing Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel's been coming in a lot lately for me. But this is also the Archangel Gabriel card, this judgment card. And I'm hearing Archangel Gabriel talking about clearing the fog. I'm hearing clearing the mucky muck. That's kind of funny. That's for somebody, because I don't know what that is. Mucky muck. Clearing the fog, clearing the mucky muck, clearing the cloudiness. So asking for that clarity and asking your guides and angels, asking Archangel Gabriel for that clarity. And that's your advice. So it's like, Archangel Gabriel, give me the clarity to see what it is that I need to see in present time. Just something like that. And then listen. I want to look at this Devil reversed, coming from this place of, hey, I thought I was getting clarity. I thought I was clear about what kind of themes and patterns don't serve me. You might very well be clear on some of these themes and patterns, like these red flags, but it's like, we're talking to the higher self. It's like, why am I attracted to this, but not the other part? And yeah, this is exactly it. It's like, I want to be romanced by this part. It's almost like you're bored out of your mind when you find somebody who's solid, safe, and secure. The thing is, this person can be solid, safe, and secure, and also highly desirable. There's just some sort of program, false belief, or thought process that's going on that's saying that can't be, I can't have both. When you absolutely can have both. You can have the fairy tale. Okay. Let's take a look at this Emperor reversed and happening now and into the near future. Let's get a little bit more clarity about this. Leo, Leo, Leo. Right. Okay. So here's this person who's offering you commitment. Here you have the ring. You just need to be really clued into, and this big picture is talking about, I need more information. I need more information about this person, what they're up to, what their long-term goals are, like what is going on here. Because this person is saying, I'm not fully ready to commit yet, or I'm not all there somehow. I'm not a complete emperor. I'm not stepping into all of the kings that I culminate. But he's offering some kind of commitment here. And here this king is really desirable, not emotionally ready to move forward. You know what? I want to ask about this king. I want to ask about this energy that's in your heart space, that's in your heart of the situation. Because if this is somebody that you're dealing with, I want to know, first of all, are they ready to move forward? They sure think they are. Because here is them wanting to commit. But Leo, here's this Emperor reversed. So I want more clarification on what's going on with this person. They're ready to offer you something. Okay, so here they are, ready to anchor in. And this comes with some caveats, because here we have this anchor. They're ready to anchor in, but sometimes with this anchor, the line to the anchor is too short, and so the boat is anchored, but it gets pulled under the water, and so it gets anchored down to the bottom of the sea. But then you're in the emotional conflict with them. It's like enmeshed, or you get, oh, and I'm hearing you get pulled to safety, or this person feels like they're going to feel safe. They pull into safety somehow. Let me figure that out. They feel like they get pulled into safety. And literally, here is the safe with all the money. I feel like this person needs to be involved in a really deep emotional relationship. They need to be connected emotionally. So this person is solid, safe, and secure. They have all their manifestations together. They are together in the 3D. This person has a job, has a car, has the things that they need to live in 3D, that kind of thing, And this person has all of this energy, and then also is not emotionally solid just yet. And here they are pulling you into that. And they're saying, look, I have 3D stuff, but I also want to be safe, literally, emotionally safe. I want to be emotionally safe. All right, I want to ask how your higher self feels about this. Because on one hand, this isn't necessarily a negative thing. It's, I have emotional things going on, and I want to deal with those with you. And I'm ready to commit to that. And on the other hand, it could be, I don't realize it, but I'm wanting you to fix this for me. So let's just see what's going on here, because you're saying in the past, I've had some injustice here and I've had to fix things by myself. So I want to know what your higher self has to say about this, Leo. Your higher self is like, there is more to the story here. There's more to the story. And your big picture is like, I need more information. And your higher self is saying, there's more to the story and I need to get to the bottom of it. I need to know what it is. And maybe I need to put some time and energy and effort into finding out what that is. I'm asking about, are you going to take this commitment? Are you going to put in the energy and effort that it takes to find out what this story is? It's not so much like hidden secrets. It could be, but it's just stuff that hasn't been brought to the surface yet. And literally, I think that it's because it's way down deep. It's anchored down in there. And it's not that it's not going to come up and out, or you're not going to dive into it and find the hidden boat, the shipwreck. Oh gosh, the shipwreck. This is a doozy, Leo. I gotta say though, I like this person. This is just a doozy. So when I'm asking, are you gonna dive into this? Here is the new start. Here's the new start. So I think you're gonna give it a chance, Leo. And your outcome is talking about being able to look at things differently, being able to tell the story differently. And my curtailing earlier had to do with not looking at things through rose-colored glasses. That might very well have to do with big things having to be dealt with, big emotional things having to be dealt with. So it's like, okay, I've got to not just be in love in 20. I'm in love in however old I am now. And that looks different than it did when I was young. That looks like a grown-up relationship rather than that happily ever after romance rose-colored glasses that only looks like nothing ever happens, nothing bad ever happens to me kind of thing. It's like bad shit happens, but we can also move through it and we can also see it as a fairy tale. I really love that, Leo. Okay, let's look at this Two of Cups reversed in your past. And this very well could be this person that you're dealing with, that they have had a loss, of relationship, and you're dealing with that in this, but of course this could be you as well. But let's just look at that. Wow. Okay, so there has been a loss in the past, and this is the star. This is like the same star. So there has been this loss in the past, and it was a great love. It was a great loss. And that's why this is such a doozy. So let's look at this happening now. What happens when my heart is open and I've had this loss? What's next? I know what great love is and it's gone, or I know what this was in the past. What does it look like in the future if it's not the same thing? So that's what's being dealt with right now in present time, you. Yeah, there's this feeling of, I'm afraid, when is the other shoe going to drop? When is this person going to leave? I'm afraid of what happens when this is gone too. Let's get a little bit more clarification on that, Leo. Yeah, I'm afraid this person's going to leave. Here's the ship, literally. Here's the ship that's being anchored right down under the water. When is this person going to leave? When I tell all of my secrets about how I feel and my deep emotional past. Let's look at this Eight of Swords in the future. We can look at things differently. We can take ourselves out of denial. We can look at things realistically. Wow. And we can have a partnership. I can have another partnership. I can look at things differently and still have romance. That's what this is too. Here's that Lover's card in the place it's reversed. The Lover's card in the place where I can release the idea that this isn't a match, that this isn't love, that this isn't great love. I mean, this is the Lover's card. This is soulmate. This is, ooh, I'm hearing identity force. That's so interesting. Identity force. I feel like two people coming together, like this would be like twin flame identity force, like that energy that brings you two together kind of thing. Like you recognize each other, kind of magnetic pull. So release the idea that that can't happen. I've had this stuff happen in the past. I can look at things differently. There definitely can be a new commitment in spite of the fact that there's something about me that doesn't feel whole. It's almost like this person is saying relationship makes me feel whole. On one hand, of course, we need to know that we're whole and we're bringing something to the table and someone else isn't necessarily completing us or fixing us, right? But on the other hand, it's like, I enjoy being in relationship. That's something that I know that I want. And so I am my best self when I'm in relationship. That's kind of what this feels like as well. I commit to healing emotions and whatever needs to be healed with another person, and that's how I like to be. And I like that, Leo. I'm not worried about that. Okay. So what do I want to do here? I want to ask your angels and guides for advice. I want to ask your angels and guides for some clarity, for some advice moving forward for the rest of the month here. What do you want to say to Leo? Here we go. We have two. Wow. You've got the Four of Wands again. Foundation and achievements. I love that rainbow in this deck too. This is that psychic deck, but this is the Four of Wands that you got in the heart of the situation when we clarified. And now your angels and guides are, and this card is the marriage card. This card is commitment. It is foundation and achievements, but it's like creating solid foundations for this new life, this new love, this new commitment, this new family, this new house, this new home, this new feeling of home. And home is the heart. Okay, then, wow, look at that, Leo. You've got the moon card and it's reversed here. And your angels and guides are talking about shadows coming up. This is the shadow card. This is deep, deep emotions. And that's what we're talking about here. Those deep, deep emotions that are coming up from the bottom of the sea, from the depths of the inside, and being illuminated, coming up to deal with and being illuminated. All right, I want one more. And I want one more talking about this commitment. So angels and guides, let's talk about this new thing happening into the future, because you've got this connection and commitment over here in your trajectory. You've got it in your near future. Something is coming here, Leo. This looks like a new relationship that is deep. It looks like this person is exciting. All right. Here is the Six of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity. It's reversed. So it is talking about somebody giving more than somebody else. I don't feel like it's intentional, but this is something to be looked at. So if it's you giving more than someone else, and it might be giving more in a particular way, I'm holding more space, I'm giving more money, I'm giving more time, whatever the resources are, time, energy, effort, love, money. So that's the thing with the commitment going forward. The thing that the guides and angels are talking about is just be mindful of giving more, somebody giving more, the reciprocity. Oh, I get it. I'm hearing you have to ask for what it is that you need. It's not like you have to give the same amount of the same thing. One person could give one thing and the other person could give another thing. And that could be reciprocity for you. You just have to ask for what it is that you want. Wow, Leo. I really like this reading for you. Let me know how this resonated, and I will talk to you closer to the end of the month. Bye, Leo.